Hi everybody, day one, PTC 25 here in Waikiki Beach, Honolulu. I'm here with Adam Gibson from Megaport. Now, Adam, if you don't follow, you must follow Adam on LinkedIn. He's a data center celebrity for sure. And I just want to ask you a few questions, Adam, about PTC 25 and what the conference is to you and what your week looks like.
Look, we'll go with the crazy one. Well, the week and most PTC, you go, I'll come for a few meetings and actually try and see the beach. But as always, it's back to back, and I think this is the only time I'll stand on the beach for the whole entire week. So I appreciate that. Essentially, with the amount of success with the DCs, the AIs, all the fun and games that's going on, it's just back to back craziness, and everyone's the same. So I think, I don't know when I'll start, when I'll stop, but my calendar looks like it's a coloured rainbow with the amount of events. It's exciting times. We've just seen over the years PTC has grown so much that, and there's all the friends that it's crazy. So much goes on with the buzzwords and supporting the industry that it hasn't changed. That PTC has become the pinnacle event. Firstly, because it's the part of the beginning of the year, which makes life easy, and it's winter for folks at home for you and for most of the Northern Hemisphere, all Northern Hemisphere. So it's a good place to get a bit of sun in, and people enjoy it. I think that's the best part, is when people enjoy something, they want to do it. Therefore, they want to create a meaningful exercise with meetings and making it worthwhile. So when you're talking AI, they're interested to talk about it. The hyperscalers are going nuts. We know that power and space is a problem, and space being land. That's the biggest thing, is can we find what we can do? And that time then comes into your neck of the woods of getting the right people in for those the right mold of that business, or what can we do to expand that business with new jobs and creativity. That you were a successful security guy. How about you want to come to AI? That's how it works.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking points on the agenda, a lot of challenges for the industry. It's an amazing time, obviously, demand and investment. Just getting back to that perception about PTC, I want to talk a little bit about the event and your week, because the perception of people from home, from my friends, my family, is you're going to Hawaii just chilling, right? But
absolutely,
it's hard work, it's full on.
I think that's something that we're fortunate enough that we're an industry where we live in concrete bunkers. We're surrounded by the subsea world. So when we get out, the companies really make sure it's worth our while. I mean, yes, we don't get to see the beach or anything like that, but there's a bit of sunshine. People actually want to travel. I think that's the uniqueness around all the events. But PTC is such a special place in Honolulu, and I think people get jealous, but then they don't realize that it's not as fun and as glamorous as you'd expect. So that's just a part of what PTC is. And if you can squeeze in a couple of hours before or after just to experience it, it's a beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk to me about your week. When you come to these events, and we'll come on to a minute how many you actually attend, because you are very well travelled, to say the least. But how do you set up for the week ahead when you come to PTC?
It's one of those things of, we know there's certain people going to attend. It's the hyperscalers, the AIs, the infrastructure guys that want to work with you. They know you're going to attend, or they're already sponsoring events for previous years. So hitting them early and saying, look, can we get half an hour and stuff like that is key. I found when you're having the meetings, don't make them an hour long, make them 45 minutes. You've got a little bit of time to wiggle around. With the amount of people that attend PTC, the craziness of the lifts and all that kind of stuff does add complexity. So having a 45-minute meeting instead of an hour can save a lot of that stress by going, I'm sorry for late, sorry I'm late, that kind of so on and so forth. From there, you start to find out, and I said to the guys before, November is when I start some of these meetings, just saying, hey, you're around, what's going on? Because as the days get closer towards PTC, the price of hotels just skyrockets. So people try and lock that in early enough. So you've got a list, and when you become a member and things like that, there are benefits to it. So I'm fully supportive of being a PTC member. You get some insight around that, and Brian Moon and the team have done a fantastic job supporting the young industries too. And that's the best thing I can find, is coming and meeting some of these newer players. And these are early 20s, just come out of educational universities, etc. They're like, hey, we want to get in the industry, and getting help support to come to places like this to meet those groups, it's very beneficial. So I'm willing to add extra meetings to meet and say, this is what we can do and how can we help you.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, people getting the opportunity to come and experience this, because you see in the background we are on the beach, but literally 10 meters that way is a sea of data center professionals all talking to each other, all meeting. It's an incredible sort of place to experience for sure, and get a lot of exposure. Young people coming here, seeing it, getting exposure is an amazing thing.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about the events. A lot of events. We're just talking off camera now about how many events there are and which ones you go to. Talk to me about some of the ones that you'll be attending this week.
Right now I've just left the Digital Realty one. It's an annual one. They play the football, being a Sunday here. So there's close to the Gridiron Finals, or what are they called, Super Bowl. So they're playing another round. So that's pretty popular. Obviously the Megaport party is very large. Telstra do a massive one as well. It's an Australian theme, which is always good for bringing in other people from around the world. Then obviously you've got Inflex, Flex Central, Coresight, all have something unique around them, like it's a luau or it's something special that brings the culture into it as well. I think that's something that's fun in that regards is, yeah, you can catch up with everyone, but if you're doing it over a luau with a pineapple drink, an actual physical pineapple cup, that's pretty unique, and that sort of makes it worthwhile, because you've worked 8-10 hour day, you're having meetings. The least thing you want to do is sit there in a boring room having a drink. You'd like to be a bit more cocktail, tropical, fruity related thing, and what we get through. So there are, I think I count about 15, 16 events post 6 p.m. through to midnight. NTT do an amazing one, and it's like 10 o'clock at night till midnight. So, and obviously the 5K Run Tuesday, that's something that I always look forward to here. It's a charity event. It gets us up early. It's a beautiful sunrise to run in or walk in. 5K, I think it's like 3-something miles for the non-metric lovers. But that's something that's enjoyable. I think that's something that they try and promote, to say, we're not all just about computers and servers and infrastructure. We're obviously trying to build a community, build a support network, and that's something that's very unique in our industry. Is we actually know a lot of people. We really there are 2 degrees separation, and that's when you come together in one spot. It's actually worthwhile.